Hello, everyone. This is Linda K. Edwards with New Me, New You. We help educate, enrich, empower, and inspire. We focus on personal and business development in all aspects of life. We give information, resources, referrals, spiritual enrichment, as well as facilitate in-person and virtual events. Today, I have two guest speakers, Henry and Uraden, and today's topic is mind over masculinity. As you all know, that it is Mental Awareness Month, and I thought this would be a very interesting topic to discuss today. But before we do, I normally start off with a prayer. Father God, we thank you for this day that we have, and please let anything and everything that we speak about today, let it resonate with each and every person that views this live. In Jesus' name we pray, amen and amen. I have a little information that I wanted to start out with from the American Institute of Stress, okay? But as all of you know, mental health is a crucial part of our overall well-being, yet it remains a topic that is often misunderstood, stigmatized, and overlooked, especially for men. For far too long, men have been expected to suppress their emotions um, and tough it out, to soldier on through difficult times. This resulted in a significant gap in our understanding of men's mental health needs and an alarming rates of suicide, substance abuse, and mental health issues among men. By breaking down the walls of stigma and shame surrounding men's mental health, we can start addressing this critical issue with compassion, understanding, and empathy. The statistics here are men are more likely to die by suicide than women in the United States. Men account for nearly 75% of all suicides. Men are less likely to seek help for mental health issues than women. And in a survey conducted by the American Psychological Association, only 35% of men reported they would seek help from a mental health professional compared to 58% of women. Men are more likely to struggle with certain mental health conditions. For example, men are more likely to be diagnosed with alcohol dependence and antisocial personality disorder, while women are more likely to be diagnosed with depression and anxiety disorders. Men are more likely to experience workplace stress and burnout. According to a survey by the American Institute of Stress, men are more likely to report feeling overwhelmed at work and are less likely to take time off to take care for their mental health. Men are more likely to engage in risky behaviors as a coping mechanism. This can include substance abuse, reckless driving, and other dangerous activities. The importance of men's mental health. Men's mental health is important for many reasons. Number one, mental health issues can severely affect a man's quality of life. This includes relationships, work, and personal goals. Number two, depression, anxiety, and other mental health conditions can impact a person's ability to function, causing them to feel hopeless, isolated, and overwhelmed. Three, untreated mental health conditions can lead to physical health issues like heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. Four, mental health issues can have a ripple effect on those around them, including family, friends, and colleagues. When men struggle with mental health issues, it can impact their relationships and those close to them. Six, addressing men's mental health is crucial for building a more equitable society that prioritizes all individuals' well-being, regardless of gender. These are contributing factors. Several factors contribute to men's reluctance to seek help for mental health issues. These include societal expectations of masculinity, mental health stigma, and a lack of awareness about available resources. Men are often expected to be strong and self-sufficient, making it difficult to acknowledge their struggles and ask for help. Additionally, mental health stigma can make men feel ashamed or weak for struggling with mental issues, further preventing them from seeking help. Treatment options. Okay, so fortunately, several treatment options are available for men struggling with mental health issues. These include therapy, which is talk therapy that can involve work with a mental health professional and address mental health issues. And therapy can be conducted in person, online, or over the phone. Medication. In some cases, medication can be used to treat mental health issues, and this may include antidepressants, anti-anxiety medication, or mood stabilizers. Medication can help manage symptoms and improve overall mental health, but should always be prescribed and monitored by a healthcare professional. Support groups. You can have support groups that can be valuable for men struggling with mental health issues. These groups provide a safe space for men to share their experiences, connect with others going through similar challenges, and receive emotional support. Lifestyle changes. Making lifestyle changes such as eating a healthy diet, exercising regularly, and practicing stress management techniques can also improve mental health. These changes can help reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety, improve mood, and promote overall well-being. There are many other ways, but those are mostly the majority of, ways that you can utilize. So now that we have just went over that, I wanted to ask each of you gentlemen if any one of you wanted to start first. I don't know if it's Henry or if you want to, Yuran, in if there's anything in your within your mental health that you have challenges with, just in general, any struggles or challenges that you may have that you may want to share or talk about.
I started off.
Mhm.
I think I would believe in what everybody else will possibly bring to the attention. It's possibly my patience and my anger, you know what I'm saying, and how I express myself and things like that. And it's a mental health issue. Not like so much mental health, but I'm short tempered, like things like that at times, or like and not so much trying to be angry, but I could get very frustrated. That's what it is. And it could look like anger, my frustration, because of my masculinity and how much I may put to the forefront. So even though I feel like, hey, I'm just expressing myself with this and that, what people getting around me from what I see from just being self-aware is that they're taking it in a negative way and so forth. But if I control it or using the controlled way, I could get my message across better. Yeah.
That I think is something that a lot of people can relate with, because even myself, I find myself sometimes, even though we're talking about men, but I'm just talking about myself at this present moment. The anger, I don't really get angry, but I do get frustrated a lot more because I guess I'm in tune with certain things. And it just maybe my tolerance isn't like it was when I was younger. So there's certain things that like get me really quick, like no, and I find that really ever since I've gotten well seasoned, I should say, things that I used to like not pay any mind to back then, it kind of irks me now, and I try to control. I'm like, Linda, stop, but I can relate. But Uraden, do you have anything to say about, that?
Of course. How you doing, Linda,
I'm
and
fine.
everybody?
Thank you for asking.
My name, as you know, my name is Yarden, Dr. Yarden Carrington. For the past 5 years, I've been studying lifestyle trends, which are trends that people incorporate within their lifestyle that they choose to communicate with others, whether it's verbal or nonverbal. I've been going through all types of challenges throughout my times from studying, from school. I just recently um, achieved my requirements. I would say finished my dissertation. Um, I just graduated about 2 weeks ago, which was a 3 day ceremony. I have 10 published scholarly articles within my lifestyle trends collection. I just finished my dissertation, which is on slang, how people incorporate slang. It studies how people incorporate slang for business purposes, whether just to gain revenue or to connect with the customers using informal language, in which people tend to use informal language in everyday lifestyles, rather be like it or not, because some people we pronounce acronyms, professional jargons, and certain informal, or rather if it's informal or within your family set structure and nuclear structure, or outside that structure, you always tend to use slang just to identify with something. Um, and I plan on publishing it into a book in the near future. But you know, in terms of um the topic tonight, while I already face challenges, is being a father to my two kids, my son and my daughter. As they get older, they my son is 11, turning 11, 10 turning 11, and my daughter is 12. So they starting to get a little bit more mature, but they still like big babies, but playing around and testing things and trying to test me and trying to trick me while they, along with the teachers and everybody else, and they playing games. So, it's that's the type of thing that's right now that's the challenges I'm facing. But at the same time, I'm trying to understand it and trying to get to a place to where I could, at least be prepared to guide my kids in the right direction, as well as people that I know that I
Mm-hmm.
might ask these questions. I also have a barbecue I do every year on Father's Day. It's my annual Father's Day barbecues on it's Manhattan Beach every Sunday. Father's Day starts at 11 o'clock. This is gonna be my fourth annual. I first started it in 2020 during the pandemic. Um, right as soon as the pandemic started, I think we was in phase two,
Yeah.
and we were starting to come outside, and I just started the barbecue. Just to bring people together, get out the house, bring families together. People were starting to still zoom in and talk, having family networks during the pandemic, the coronavirus pandemic, and as it got hot, we kind of lost the match that one summer, and I did a barbecue. But that's the challenge that I face, and I don't want to take up so much time. Back to you.
No, that's wonderful. First off, we want to congratulate you on your new degree.
Accomplishments.
You're now a doctor. We have DR in front of your name. I have to shout you out. Um, Also, as far as the challenges you face with your children, I feel that a lot of men can relate to that because they want to be that father that, you know, can navigate with their children through whatever obstacles they face. And it is very challenging. That is a very um difficult situation to go through, especially if you're not sure, especially at that age. They're very sensitive at that age, or any age really, to be honest with
Yeah,
you, but especially in their early teens, because now they're getting closer to adulthood. So you have to, it's a lot easier when they're babies because you do everything for them whether they like it or not. But now they have a voice, and they have opinions, and they have things that they
Mhm.
want to ask you, and they want to challenge you. They want to ask daddy, why is this way? And how come you told me to do it this way? And how come I have to do it that way? They got a little twinge, a little attitude, because now it's like they're just finding themselves. They're getting to notice things about themselves that they didn't, you know, realize before, so they're gonna oh yeah, they're gonna challenge you, and it's
Yeah.
gonna get more and more each year. And I commend you because I've seen you deal with your children, and you do a great job. um I think that you beat yourself up a little too much because there are certain things, no matter how much you try, that you're not going to be able to control, as far as their attitudes, because they're in their individuality now, not saying that you can't chastise them and try to direct them in the right direction, but they're still at the end of the day going to be that cute little personality that they have, and you just have to curb their enthusiasm and make sure that they you know can utilize who they are in a respectful manner, you know
Mm-hmm.
so as far as you, Henry, you have a young daughter. She's what, 6 months?
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months.
Yeah.
That's the beginning stages. So you have not yet to see her personality. Wait till she gets one.
No, I
Now,
did.
yo, yeah.
No, she already. No, my daughter. She already who she is. She's like I don't know how to really explain it, but she is who she is right now.
It's it. That's
No, like seriously, like the way she carry herself, and she's so perceptive, and how she even respond, interact. She don't cry too much. She complain. So you'll know if she likes something or don't. She make
good.
faces. She gesticulate, wild, crazy, everything. She's very how she catch on extremely fast. She do things. She just started learning how to chew. And even though she got her gums, she was
Right.
doing something. She was trying to chew something, like sucking on it, and she's
Mhm.
supposed to chew it. So I was like, "No, chew." I said, "Go like this, chew." And she was like, then she started chewing. She's like, and she just
Um,
started doing it just like that, just saying it.
that's
And
wonderful.
from my experience, a lot of like you could say that to somebody that's 60, and they'd be like,
Right.
"Yeah,
They
f
won't
you, man."
comprehend. Right.
They won't comply. I'm extra hopeful and grateful and everything of my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like those are the signs you would want to see as a parent, where you see your kid got processing and assessment skills,
Exactly.
and she's in her. She know who she is. She don't like. She's a loving child. If she don't like something, she gonna let you know. She'll be like, no, and I'm like, that. How you like this? What?
Mhm.
It's funny. I can't wait to see how she get older and see like who she really like when she start talking.
Right, right. Well, that's great that she's that way at that age already. So that means she's go, ooh, you're gonna have to be ready for her
Yeah, I
when
know
she
that.
does get
Yeah,
older. But
yeah,
it's for the good, It's all again how you navigate it with her, like, and what you allow her to know what deciphers from good and bad, because
yeah.
I've seen some parents, especially at the airport when I'm working. Like today, actually, I saw a little boy that he was about a year old, and his mother allowed him to continue to just do whatever he wanted on the ground, and she knew he was in the way of everybody. And I kept saying, "Man, be careful! I don't want anybody to run over your son, because I mean he's just running all over, and you just watching him run, and then every once in a while you'll pull him back." I mean, aren't you going to do something? Like, I didn't say that to her like
Yeah,
that, but I'm saying to
yeah,
myself,
but yeah, your afterthought in your mind.
in my
Yeah.
mind, absolutely. So
Yeah.
then, I mean, after telling her about 5 times, literally, she finally picks him up. And I'm saying to myself, if you can allow him to do this at this age right now, you can imagine when he gets like 5 and he's telling you what to do. That's
Yeah,
that's really scary. But we're gonna absolutely talk about that topic on the next occasion because I don't want to get deep in it. I already feel it bubbling up in I feel it in your spirit, like you feel like you're about to go into channels with that. You know how you like to get
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
memory.
yeah.
No, I
So,
love that. I love that. But we're going to keep it about the mental health of men, and we're going to ask maybe some other questions or any challenges that you feel that you have in your relationships with other people, your family, your friends, you know.
sheesh, that's a good one, right? I I have an interesting relationship with a friend of mine's. You know, we was brothers, best friends. Uh, at some point, I kicked him out my house, and
Oh,
he got very upset over that. So when I went and got locked up for a crime I didn't commit, he's supposed to visit me with my baby mother, and they got together, had kids, got married, moved out the state.
oh wow.
Yeah, so it's now my daughter 18, my first child. But the thing is so deep that my birthday is May 29th, but his birthday is April 29th. We all the same age. My baby mother is April 13th, my first one. So, right between the birthday, before my birthday, he's decided to try to maybe just disrupt my energy and, just rubbing my face that he is taking care of my daughter. He has been taking care of her. There's nothing I can do. And you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I've told her things about you where she won't interact with you. And and it's like, I don't, it's very weighing on my masculinity in my mind. You
Right. Absolutely.
know what I'm saying?
It's
Because I'm at a
disheartening.
point. Yeah, it is. Because I'm at a fork in the road. Do I operate in my mind or off my masculinity?
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
powerful.
Do I go and say, yo, listen, I'm a man. You can't do this to me, and allow that to make me possibly do irrational things? Or do I be in my mind to say, hey, listen, how do you handle something like this? You know what I'm saying? Where you don't put yourself in a position where you lose out on your daughter that you're raising now, the family, the baby mother, the mother, of your children, my woman, my girlfriend, uh, my apartment, my the things that I have accumulated and things like that. Cause as as a man, those things is important, the material things, but you say when it comes to your bloodline and your kid and things like that, it's something kind of different. And then on top of it is certain betrayals and lines you don't cross as a man and masculine. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
that's why it should
absolutely.
be an understanding of mind and masculinity, because a lot of times you could get it kind of fuzzy and you can make choices that you can't take back. And
Right.
it don't and it's not masculine. It's nothing masculine about you creating an action with no thought, no critical thinking to it, because every action affects not only you but those around you, and there's no telling how they going to respond. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I had learned, and that's what we learning now as me and him even interact with each other. He's seen that I'm not the guy he thought I was, because he feel like I was going to retaliate, and it's like, no, I'm not. And by me being calm and not retaliatory,
Mhm.
it's like, nah, you tricking me, man. There's no way. And it's like, no,
Right.
it's yes. And I really love my daughter. I really like the idea of being a father. I feel like that supersedes what you did and what's going on. Now you bothering me and saying you're a better father than me, that's going far and beyond the scope or whatever role you decided to take. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
And that's where I try to get the common ground and understanding, where it's like, we don't have to exercise masculinity, because the thing is this: if our masculinity clash, it's going to be a winner, it's going to be a loser in our minds.
right.
But
Because
the
you don't have to
children,
physically battle.
yeah, but
You
the
don't have to fix
children, the
yourself.
family, our bloodlines, you know what I'm saying? In us having as men to direct our bloodlines and our generations, we have to do better. We just this we just have to know how to respond to negative and bad things better. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all.
You're right. And you
Yeah.
have anything to say about Henry's situation?
You know, I believe it's a situation where, somebody just trying to test his I would say masculinity,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
and, just being a present father figure within his biological daughter's life. I think, just, he just gotta, step his game up, reach out to your daughter. I mean, they're hiding her, but I mean, he shouldn't be sitting there. He shouldn't be putting him in a position. The other guy shouldn't be doing what he's doing, knowing that he's hiding your daughter. Either that, or he might not be a masculinity issue. He just taunting you.
Right.
You
Excuse
know,
me.
that's what's going on. That's what I really feel like. Because
He
I'm
just,
like, my daughter 18 at this point, but
mm-hmm,
for the last few years, he's just been an obstacle for me to see my daughter, where I don't even get to talk to the women I had the child with. You know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? And it's
yeah.
like, why are you here knowing that you was my best friend and you
Mm.
supposed to just go on a visit? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
Like
How about
you
you
went
just
from a
ask another
visit
man, bring
to
my
being
daughter?
my family member. You're a
How about,
family member now. This is
how about,
crazy.
how about you sit him down and have a man and man talking to ask him to bring your daughter? She's 18. Give her your contact.
He's, I actually did that, and I even have recordings. I swear to you, I have recordings. And I'm just now finding out why he made the decisions he made, everything, and how he talked. He talked so cocky.
Mm.
I can't like me as a man, like with masculinity. Me like it's so much I could do, and lower my masculinity down. You know what I'm saying? To the line. But when you go but beyond that line that you lower it down so low, then you go into femininity and different type
Oh,
of other
wow.
stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like I could really, and I talk to him, and I try not to curse him out or nothing. But when he starts saying stuff like, "Yo, you think you would have raised your daughter like me," and wild stuff like that, it's like, "Yo, bro,
I'm
you keeping me from her, you doing this?"
I'm just gonna say this from just
Yes.
hearing about him. I'm not judging him or anything, but just from hearing about his character just lets me know he's insecure. So, because if it was any man that had the sensibility of, okay, this is this is or was my best friend, he is another man and he loves his daughter. He may not have gotten a chance to be with her throughout her life, but he is still trying to be a part of her life. And even though I was there and I was just masking in at that moment, I should just step back and allow him to have that relationship without a problem. Because really, this is between you and your daughter. Does she
Hmm.
actually speak to you or?
No, I haven't actually spoken to her since she was 14 months, and I
Mm,
was on Rikers Island for something at that time in my life in 2006, and I was talking to her for her birthday, and the last thing she said was, "I love you, Daddy. I love you." And my baby mother hung up the phone on me. You know what I'm saying? She never picked up another call from me while my daughter was saying, "I love you."
mm,
So that was the last time I heard her. You know what I'm saying? So now, moving forward, like I said, moving forward, I tried to see it coming out of prison. It never worked. A sweet 16, I got my first tattoo ever. Here you go right here. Her name is Chrisara. You see the date.
a beautiful name. Yes.
Yeah, so I tried to reach it for a sweet 16. It didn't work out the way I would have liked. It didn't work out at all because this best friend of mine's is being a great deterrent. Like you said, it is I feel like it's because he put himself in a position. As a man, you deal with it. You know, you have like usually men don't wife up each other's women. That's one thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because as men, we don't know how to take. If like me and this guy, me and the brother right here, right? If me and him deal with the same woman and our woman told us something as destructive as, yo, his thing is bigger than yours, that could really mess you up. That's stuff you would try to stay away from. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
toxic.
you would put yourself consciously in a position where you're trying to build with somebody who's been with everybody else.
Mm.
Because you know, as a man, you might not take you might not can take because you know how some guys can ask some questions. I done asked some questions that messed me up. I'd be like, no more questions.
Right.
You
Right. Because it could take
know
you
what
to
I'm saying?
so many different levels.
Yeah. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? So you gotta know
It
your
could trigger you.
capacity. Yeah,
Mhm.
you gotta know your capacity.
Right.
And that's what I learned. I learned my capacity. I learned through my trial and error. It's certain things I can tolerate and it's certain things I can't.
Right.
I can't really tolerate somebody that's doing wrong, no, they ain't the wrong, but trying to say you're wrong. And
Right.
you know, he's saying, yo, well, being that you like to argue with people on social media, you can't see your daughter. Being at this, you can't see your daughter. And it's like, bro, do you understand? You're not even supposed to be calling those shots. How are you calling shots? I kicked you out my house. This what made you do this? You serious? This is mental health. You know, like seriously. It's not a normal thing for a man to want to connect to you and make himself so into your life, especially if he don't like you and you did something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like vendetta, yeah, I fuck your girl. Okay, cool. No, I mean, excuse my
Yeah,
language.
right.
Apologize. You know what I'm saying? But I did this to your girl. You know, I'm just saying that's him in his mind being derogatory. This
Mm-hmm.
is what he's saying. But it's like you made a family, bro. You got married and you say I'm gonna stick around for as long as I could, even after 18 years. This is amazing to me.
Mm. It's got a lot of levels. That's a deep one. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
It's deep. It's real deep. It's a lot of issues that he has not resolved throughout the years that he's carrying on with him, and he's just not letting it go. So
Hmm.
it has really it's way beyond you. He's got so wrapped
Yes.
up into it that he's starting to believe the things that he shouldn't believe.
This is that.
I'm just telling you, just from the little bit. I don't know,
No,
gentlemen. I am not trying to
no.
down
What
in
you
any
saying
kind of
is
way,
it's
but it's
accurate
from
though.
hearing the little bit that I've
No,
heard.
it's
Just like
accurate because I come up with the same summation
yeah,
when it's like you have this woman, you're married to her. Why aren't you at least because you saying you raising her better than me and this? Why are you allowing me to be some type of competition towards what you're saying? Allow me opportunity
because he's
to
trying to
get my
convince
foot in the
himself.
dirt.
He's trying to convince himself that he's that great and that he's that wonderful and powerful. But he really doesn't feel that way. No, I'm being honest. He really truly has insecurities. He feels
Yeah,
as if you get that slight chance to get back in her life, that she'll forget about him. And that's
yeah,
that is. But instead of
yeah.
saying to himself, you know what, let him in here because we can navigate through this together.
That
Never.
might be the
We
reason
can,
they
It's
they
never.
together in the
It's
first
not
place.
gonna happen. He knows it's not gonna happen. Cause
right.
That
already
might
he
be
crossed the line. He crossed the line that he should have never crossed. He
Wait,
already thinking I'm gonna do something
right.
did
violent
you do
or
something?
masculine to him.
Hold on. Did you do anything to your baby mother?
Nah, no.
Nothing
You mean
bad.
like fight her some?
I don't know. I
No,
mean,
never. I didn't do
she
nah,
won.
nothing. None
I
of
mean,
that.
it don't take only one side of play. I mean, that's who she is too. So I mean,
Right.
it
My
takes
baby mother
two.
don't talk to me.
I know. So how did that go about? You get what I'm saying?
Because with
Yeah.
them dealing with each
And,
other, my
and
uh
them dealing with each other for a long time, and him talking the way he always do. I mean, he might be doing it because that's
Of
what
what she's been telling
that
him.
might be the bond. That might be the bond that formed that union.
oh
Right.
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. Nah,
That might be the bond that might be the connection that keep them strong. you.
No,
Right.
yeah, I know that. That's a fact. Is the fact that they did what they did, and they having problems now. When my daughter turned 18, I hear that they having little issues. You know what I'm saying? And I say, yeah, I would assume that because it went out of place. I see a vendetta or this or that, but y'all started a family. Y'all did this. You know what kind of arrangement you would have to make with a person when you do this kind of thing? You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And it's like y'all cross lines where y'all have to be there for each other. It's like Bonnie and Clyde at this time. My baby mother don't talk to me because she did want to have family with me and love. She loved me a lot. It's just that when we was young and we was kids, I wasn't prepared for what she was trying to introduce me to because I came from a broken home in foster care. She came from a mother, father, and affluent. You know what I'm saying? Affluence. I didn't have none of that. And her mother and father didn't take to me. I always envisioned me being with a woman, you know what I'm saying? And the mother and father do take to me because I didn't have a mother and father. So I wasn't trying to make a family with her when I seen that her mother and father didn't take to me and she kept trying to go. You understand?
Mm.
So I wound up getting her pregnant, things like that, whatever led to whatever. We wound up having a meeting when he made the cross to the line. When I got locked up for the crime I didn't commit, my foster mother went and threw dirt in the game and was telling her that I was cheating with no evidence or no proof or nothing, brother.
Mm.
You understand? And this went this way. So, but it's just how I responded. So this is why I say that's one of my issues. When you a man, you have to know how you respond and know that when you say things, you mean what you say what you mean,
Mm.
and you take care of how you say what you say because you can say some shit that you don't mean and it can send a person in their mind and actions somewhere else. And that's what happened to me. You understand? I said something that created a barrier for me to be able to do the things and things just kept getting out of hand. And being I had poor communication and responses to bad things happening to me, things kept getting more out of hand. Like if like, I don't
You
care.
got
I
out
don't
of
give a
control.
F attitude,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? And that's not a good attitude to have. Because if you have that kind of poor negative attitude and energy, you will get that back. And that's what I'm getting back. So I understand.
I understand what you mean by having that type of energy and getting it back. I mean, you all what you
It's
give it,
karma. It's
it
karma. It's
karma
not at the dose that I deserve or
comes
expected,
everything.
but that's what I get for being in a time where I thought I was the stuff. And or
Mhm.
maybe not even the stuff, but I just wasn't ready and I wasn't knowing what I was doing. So now as a man that I matured, I know when I deal with a woman, I deal with her with seriousness. Because if you don't deal with that woman with seriousness, she will smash you.
Mm.
Yeah, I hate
She
that
will
nigga up.
smash you in a way that no other man or man could.
Um, Henry, Linda, I'm
Yes,
at
it's been a
Yes,
pleasure, Urod, and
yeah,
if you
late.
thank you for being on. And
Thank you for
I
having me.
understand, and I thank, and Henry, I thank you for being on. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your time up here. We're gonna have
yes,
part two. We're definitely gonna have a part two to this. I
yes.
Mhm.
want to join. I want to get a few other men on here because
Hmm.
this was something. Okay. We have to have more platforms like this for men. Just to get up here to share their thoughts and say what's on their minds and try to clear the space,
Yes,
and not let it build and fester because what happens is it can cause all kinds of other issues, health issues, you know, again, mental health, everything, all in the overall sense. So
yes.
thank you so much, guys, for coming on. I'm so grateful to have you on. And we're until next time, you guys
I
stay safe.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. And
It was nice
please let me
talking to you,
know.
get to know you too.
Father's Day barbecue every Father's
Yeah,
Day.
Yes.
I'm a listen. I'm pulling up, brother. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
connect with me on Facebook. You're right on
All right,
you're right
yeah.
Exactly.
Look, I'm gonna get your info and
I will
everything, and
give it
we,
to him, definitely.
on.
all
I
right, no
want you
problem.
guys to stay in contact because you guys have a lot of similarities and things that
Mhm.
in common and what have you. I think it would be awesome to have two bright young men to, collaborate.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's that. Like I said, I don't mind that.
What now?
I'm one of
Hey,
those brothers. I feel your energy, bro. I don't look at you as somebody that is a threat or nothing. I look at you as another powerful person to
yeah,
stand by my side. Not
Mhm.
nobody that's going to do this or do that. I don't care what I went through in life. You
mhm,
understand, my brother? I know how to get past badness. I know how to be like, hey, every black man ain't the same. Every black woman
yeah,
not the same. Every white man ain't the same, or every white woman ain't. You know what I'm saying? I know how
yeah,
to, make it. So it's like it'd be cool to just, just be friends. Just understand, like, your world, even, because you a
mhm,
doctor.
That's right.
That's
mhm,
saying something.
Love it.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Research
saying?
the
That's saying
last.
something. I congratulate you.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
Right. Hope we
definitely.
can continue some other time.
Yes, you're ready, brother.
Till next time.
All right, guys. Have an amazing
Good
night.
night. You as well, Linda.
All righty.